Now this works on every Android device. So we're going to go to formgram.com. Now in the previous two examples, we saw that there were problems and photos that were uploaded and descriptions of the problems were entered in. Now, what if these problems are big problems and they need a team of people to work them to solve them? And we need action items assigned to each person so that we can track the progress toward resolution. So a new action item form is created here. And this is a custom built form. Other different action item forms can be created. It's very easy to customize this and add new fields and remove them and change them and tailor it to your specific needs. But for this tutorial, here's a very comprehensive action item form that includes the search bar that we're familiar with from the previous video, where you can enter in any search term and it will find the information in the forms that were filled out and pull it up for you so you can see the details. So in this case, let's try it out. So this is a new form, so let's see what other people may have entered into here. So let's just browsing through these fields. Looks like this is an interesting field. It's a state field. So let's see if anyone typed in a particular state. So I'm going to type in Carolina. And we can see that there's a South Carolina state that someone had entered and that they wanted to call the supplier to order a new batch of paint. So that must have been a test form that someone had filled out. And in this tutorial, we're going to create a new action item. So let's delete this and start with a new action item. One of the first fields in here is a item ID that's uniquely generated for you automatically by itself every time you pull up a new page. So in this case, we're creating a new action item, so it invented a new ID for us so that we can reference this item number in the future, or text it to someone, email it, and send a link to the team member to go take a look at this in the future if we ever need to go back to this. We also have, as we said, a state field that has all the 50 states in the country. So we can type in CAL for California. We can also look at type WA, and it'll bring up Iowa, Washington, Hawaii, and Delaware. So we can go to South Dakota. We can type in K, and it'll bring up Dakota and Oklahoma and everything that has the word K in it. So let's go with South Dakota. And to tell the person that we're going to assign this action item what problem we're trying to solve, let's reference one of the problems that we previously uploaded. And we can pick any one of them. So we had that wooden screw problem that was too big. So we're going to type in wood, or just WOO, and that's enough to narrow it down and down select to this guy. So just reviewing this information, it looks like the one that we want. It looks correct, so we're going to select that. It was the only one that came up in the search result. We want it as a typical action item form. There's a priority number, so we're going to say this is high priority, and this could be tailored for your specific needs. We're going to write a description to tell the person what action to take. So for this wooden screw that we have a problem with, we want the person to return it to the vendor, for example. And you can take a picture if there's a receipt that we need to return to the vendor, or any other detail that a photo will make more sense for. You can link to another location that the person may need more information from. And here's the assign to field. So we're going to type in the email address of the person we want to assign it to. So any email address that goes into here will get an email notification from this form that says, hey, you've got assigned a new action item. Click here to see the details. And that's what will happen. The email will go out to henry@formgram.com. In the email, there will be a link to come back to this form to review the details. And that person the recipient can come to this form and then add their estimated duration. Let's say they say it's going to take 2 hours. They can change the date to, or plan completion date to December, they're going to finish it before they go on break from Christmas. So they're going to say they're going to get it done by Wednesday. And there's additional notes here that are very common to action items. There's more opportunities to upload screenshots or photos, and it goes on and on. So this is pretty elaborate and comprehensive. And again, this is tailored for this tutorial, but it could be totally customized for you. So it's going back up to the top. You can see that this is the problem that we're referencing. This is the party, this is the description, and then this is the person that's assigned to this action. So we can go ahead and add a new action item for the next step. So if we have another action that we want to take to, say, purchase a replacement screw that's not wood and that's metal, we can go ahead and add a new action item and start the same process again and select the same problem, put a priority number to it, enter a description, and then assign it to perhaps this time it would be the buyer. So maybe the buyer would be buyer at yourcompany.com, right? Whoever that buyer may be. So we can add more action items as we go along. And this is how we can bring all the action items together under one roof in a family tree type of format where you have one problem and multiple action items that belong to solving that one particular problem. So stay tuned for more videos. Thank you very much.